Alright guys, what's up? Back today with another video. This is going to be a quick unboxing and review. I'm going to unbox this album and then review it. I just got back from the dentist, so if my lip looks fucked up or if I talk weird, then that's why, but I just couldn't wait to unbox this album and do the review for it because I've been listening to it a lot lately, and I'm just really excited to review it and really excited that it finally came. Shipped from Germany, and it kind of took a while to get here, but it is finally here. So, man, I sound really fucking stupid with my fucking swollen tongue. I had to get 2 cavities filled, which kind of sucked, but this shit's finally here and I'm really excited. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this package. It's just one single vinyl record. Shipped from Deutschland. Yeah, like I said, I think it took 3 weeks to finally get in, but whatever. Definitely worth the wait and shipping from Germany, assuming it's not an easy feat to accomplish, especially for a small, more independent underground band like the band whose album I am about to unbox. And this is proving to be an absolutely impenetrable beast of a package. Just gotta peel away this tape and slit this tape and remove this tape, and we should be rolling. Alright, pop that open, rip this stupid fucking cardboard off. Yes, alright. Finally to the contents within. Yes. Oh wow, it's pretty. It's really pretty. So, package open. Got some bubble wrap. I'll pop every single one of those later. Comes with a piece of cardboard. It's pretty awesome. Probably frame that and put it on my wall. What the fuck is this? A hilarious flyer for a German record store. Promoting a German record store. That's pretty fucking funny. I'll put that in my box of metal shit. And here is the vinyl. Looks to be in semi-decent condition. Some corner dings, but you know, that is absolutely to be expected when you ship something all the way from fucking Germany. It's not going to be in mint condition. Wow, this is looking really beautiful. Fuck yeah. Ooh, and I got the lyrics. Yes. This is just a beautiful package so far. 1 second. Alright guys, this is the album I've been talking about. This is the album that I've been waiting so long to get in, and I'm really excited to review for you guys. This is Antlers with the album A Gaze into the Abyss. Look at that album cover. It's so beautiful. You should just look this album cover up because on my shitty camera you can't really see it too well. We've got like an elk in the background, this beautiful embossed lettering right there, and this forest, and then there's a man sort of wandering through the forest, if you can see right there. Here's the back with a gold foil lettering of the track listing. Comes with a printed inner sleeve with sort of a variation on the same artwork. Lyrics on the back. Once again, not in gold, but still really beautiful. Really cool shit. It's a great package, especially just for an independent release on Bandcamp. Just a plain double-sided black vinyl. So let's put all this away and get into the most important part of this video, almost 5 minutes in, which is me giving this album a quick little review. Alright, so, Antlers, A Gaze into the Abyss. Comes with a download card. if you're not too familiar with the band Antlers, I wouldn't be surprised. This is a 2015 release. It is the first release they have ever done. It's not only their first full-length album, it is their first release ever. The best way to describe their sound would be atmospheric black metal in the style of a band like Wolves in the Throne Room, Skagos, uh, Agalloch, something along those lines. Listening to this album, you would be very hard pressed to know that these guys are actually from Germany and not from the sort of Cascadian black metal region of Washington and Oregon and Canada and all those places. It sounds very much like U.S. black metal. And when you listen to the first track, Reverence, which is sort of just like an acoustic opening intro track, you get the feeling this is going to be very much in vein of a band like Agalloch. But as you get more into it, you'll realize that it's much more stripped down, a lot more basic, less folk instrumentation, more based on just really solid black metal, atmospheric, beautiful riffs. Much more in vein of a band like Wolves in the Throne Room. Listening to this album, one of the things that really, really intrigued me and really made me pick up this vinyl was that when you listen to it, you hear the beauty, you hear the majestic riffs of atmospheric black metal, but there's also a lot of anger behind this album. Looking at this, you wouldn't expect this to be an album that you would be like, damn, that shit can be kind of brutal. But there's points on this album where you really are like, wow, this is kind of a brutal album. The vocals sort of vary between being sort of like the wretched screams that you'll hear in a band like Wolves in the Throne Room, from being sort of a more low, almost like a crust punk, sort of like a rumbling sort of growl. And there's just moments in here where the drums are just aggressive and just beating the fuck out of you, and the guitars, even though they're still playing beautiful atmospheric black metal riffs, they just sound so serious and pummeling. And in conjunction with the more brutal and aggressive vocals, you're like, wow, this actually sounds very heavy for an atmospheric black metal band. You're like, wow, this is actually pretty intense. And it's really interesting to hear that in an atmospheric black metal release, like actual intensity in the music, because a lot of times it's just focused on sort of beautiful, majestic atmospheres. But there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of hatred, and there's a lot of power in this release. And I think the vocals are probably the biggest part of that. The drumming is very good, very natural sounding drums. Sounds like they just went in with a good sounding drum kit and just kind of recorded it. Didn't spend a lot of time, mixing or anything. It just sounds very natural, very organic as far as the drum sound goes. The riffs on this album are stellar. I mean, there's so many memorable riffs. My favorite song on here is the fourth track, which is called To the Throats. I will leave a link to that song if I can find a video of it on YouTube. But I would definitely recommend checking out the song To the Throats. It is a fantastic, fantastic track. Really, that's probably where the anger that I'm talking about comes through, with the vocals being very rough and unpolished. There's points where it just sounds like he's sort of just throwing in these extra screams, just improvising them on the fly because he's so angry and emotional behind this music. And really, it's just a strange juxtaposition to hear him doing these screams and aggressive sort of growls over this majestic atmospheric black metal. Because as much as I'm talking about the way that this album comes across as angry and brutal at some points, the thing that you get above all else is beauty. When I bought this album, I bought it off Bandcamp, and it came with just an instant download. So I don't really know why they gave me a download card. I already have the album downloaded, so I guess, hey, there's the code. If anyone wants a download of the album, you can have it. Whoever sees this video first, I guess, gets a free download of the album. And no, I don't have a problem with doing that. I already bought the album, came with a download. If I want to give the download to someone else, I can do that. And but I had the download on my phone, and I just went and skateboarded through my neighborhood, just because I kind of like to do that when I get a new album, so I can really kind of get into it. Because I had heard it before, and I was like, it's really good, but I really want to go skateboard around, find a place to just sit down and just absorb the album. And I sort of walked off into this sort of wooded area by where my neighborhood is, and just sat down and listened to the album. And it's just really beautiful. I mean, it's very emotional. It's not an album that, like, when you listen to a lot of atmospheric black metal, like Wolves in the Throne Room or Stryborg or something like that, a lot of times I'll find myself sort of, like, spacing out, or, like, not in a bad way, but, like, the music is so repetitive and droning that I'll just sort of just kind of check out and listen to the album that way. This one definitely keeps you completely engaged the whole album. There's never a moment when you're like, oh, same riff, just gonna, it's pretty, just gonna listen to it and kind of just space out. You're always excited and interested to hear what's coming next, and that's what I love about this album. Tracks like A Jail of Flesh, Carnival of Freedom and Betrayal really invoke just a dense atmosphere, and yeah, really, really fantastic album. A friend of mine on Facebook described this as punks who play black metal, and that's exactly what it is. There's almost sort of like like red anarchist sort of like feel to this music when you listen to it. It's like they sound pissed off with society, and they're like, we just want to go back to nature, pretty much. And that's when we're angry with society, we're angry with the way our lives are, and we want to go back to nature and live that way. And that's what listening to this album kind of makes me want to do as well. It's a fantastic listen. It's definitely going to be high up in my album of the year lists. It's a fantastic release. You should all check out Antlers with A Gaze into the Abyss. Yeah, just fantastic, fantastic atmospheric black metal. I would recommend picking up this vinyl. It was literally $12, and even with shipping to the U.S., which is like normally it's not cheap to ship shit from Germany to the U.S. This I think only came to like $17 with shipping. To get a vinyl like this of an amazing album like this, it's definitely worth doing. Beautiful cover, fantastic pressing with the embossed lettering. Yeah, really, really awesome shit. I am loving this album. For a score, I think I'm going to rate this a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason it's not getting a 10 out of 10, I throw 10 out of 10 around a little bit more leniently than most people, but with this album, it's really deserving of a high 9.5 out of 10 score. I just wish it was longer. It's not even 40 minutes long. It almost comes across as a demo in that way. But to be honest, it doesn't bother me. I mean, this album is so beautiful. Just something really different in the atmosphere, some sort of subtle changes that really make it stand out from a lot of more run-of-the-mill atmospheric black metal. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend that you guys buy Antlers, A Gaze into the Abyss on vinyl, or get the download of it, because it is just a fantastic, fantastic release. The only gripe I have is that this corner is a little fucked up. But whatever, I really don't mind that much because I am so happy that I finally have this in my collection. So that's it, guys. 9.5 out of 10. Going to be very high up in my albums of the year at the end of the year. Stellar atmospheric black metal. Thank you guys for watching. I know this has been kind of a long video. And, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do the growl at the end because my lip and tongue are fucked up. I guess I'll try. So fucking brutal.